Here is the 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali in volcanic red over black interior. I'm going to go over what is new for the year, some pros and cons, differences between the competition, in which that will take me to the problem that I have with the Sierra 1500. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. You can get up to nearly 11 inches of clearance, and they did tweak the grille last year, so no more D-structure fog lights. The C-structure headlight assembly goes into the enlarged grille. You get the chrome that's going to surround it and the lower trim, front and rear parking sensors. The recovery hooks are also chromed out. Standard LED headlights and daytime runnings. When you go into the elevation, you will receive the fog light assembly. And the sweet spot really is the SLE and the Evolution, because you can get a lot more features that will be tailored similar to this, but tick in the box for the Denali, you'll get the Super Cruise package, in which this will drive for about 0.2 to 0.3 miles without having too much of engagement. It also includes power running boards, a 15-inch heads-up display, digital rear view mirror in the multi-tailgate, which can configure into 6 different ways. And for the Denali, you have 3 powertrain options, which come standard as the 5.3-liter Ecotec 3 V8, all of which will have dynamic fuel management. You can also option the Duramax diesel. We have the 6.2-liter Ecotec 3 V8, which produces 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission, achieving 15 mpgs for the city and 19 mpgs for the highway. Standard wheel starts at a 17-inch wheel for the Pro. Going into the Denali, it starts at a 20-inch. This is an upgraded 22-inch gloss black wheel. The fenders will be the same color as the body, and you're going to notice a little bit more chrome because this is the Denali trim. The side view mirror cap gets a touch of it, the power running boards, the door handles, and all of the window trim. Because we have the upgraded 22-inch wheels that's gloss black, I would personally do a chrome delete on the side at least. I don't mind the chrome so much in the front, so people know I have a Denali. Dual exhaust outlets, you get the chrome tips. Rear parking sensors. On the side of the bumpers, you get the steps to go into the bed a little bit easier. You can option a carbon fiber bed, and underneath is going to be the spare tire. The only truck that offers the multi-pro tailgate, which can configure 6 different ways. And it's all soft to open. This is one way you can do it, in which you can have items stacked upwards. Do it this way. You can yet again do this to close off the bed. So now you have an actual step to get inside. You pull this lever here, and now you can just walk into 62.92 inches long. The width is at 71.4 inches, between the wheel well housing at 50.63 inches, a height at 22.4 inches. Cargo volume is at 62.9 cubic feet. With the home plug, LED bed lights, and we have the cameras right there for the digital rear view mirror and for the bed cam. The Pro will start with 6-way manual seats and cloth seats. The Denali gets forged perforated leather, heated, ventilated seats, 12-way power seat adjustment for the front occupants, memory for the driver. Headroom and leg room. The 1500 Sierra has a lot of space. It is a bit driver focused, but it doesn't cut off storage. You get a sleeve in the center cluster, and you get a storage pocket up top. Bose upgraded sound system, 15-inch heads-up display, digital rear view mirror, a moonroof, and the 13.4 information display with Google Maps, Google Assist, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. The SLE will start with this, otherwise the Pro does not offer this information display. You also have the trailering, which you can input all of your trailer information, therefore making it a little bit easier for you for maintenance and services. Put it into reverse. We have a 360-degree reverse camera. Trajectory for the front and the rear. And you can also line it up for the tow. You can see on both sides. And you can see the bed, which you can zoom in and zoom out. You still have a physical button to turn on and off the sound system and to raise the volume and to go into the home page to make it easier for you just to click back into your navigation. Dual climate control settings. And you have a large pocket here for a cell phone with USB ports and the key fob for the Denali. I like the shifter with the gloss black, wireless charging pad. It's going to be soft to touch where it needs to be. It opens up into a deep storage pocket. This lifts up, you get a home plug. 2 more USB ports. Leather wrap steering wheel. We have Super Cruise, which is why we have this right here in between it. It's heated, multi-function, paddle shifts, and the gauge cluster comes standard on the Pro as a 4.2 TFT display. You have to go up to the SLE in order to get this 12.3 configuration that can go through an array of information for the driver, including changing out information on all sides. Gloss black elements are going to highlight the sides for the air vents, and the door pocket goes into the dashboard, and here's for the auto or to put it in 4 high, 4 low. It's going to be a little bit more sporty. 1 touch up and down for the front windows and a long storage pocket with a couple beverage holders carved out. For the back seats, headroom and leg room, storage behind both of the front seats, cup holders in the center, air vents, USB. These are heated rear seats, cup holders with an armrest, and you also have storage behind both of the back seats. The door panel is going to have the same materials that's found in the front and almost the same size storage pocket. Sliding to the center, the floor is nearly flat. You don't have to worry about sharing any space between 3 people in the back. And the same thing for headroom. When you're going to these larger trucks, you have plenty of room for 3 in the back. 420 horsepower with 460 pound-feet of torque with the 10-speed automatic transmission. I personally like this engine a little bit better than the 5.3. Available towing can max up to 13,100 pounds. That's one of the reasons why. You still will have the dynamic fuel management, whether you go Ecotec 3 5.3 or you go to this engine trim. And clearance for the Denali is at 8 inches, so you have plenty of visibility because of how lifted up you are. As for the Super Cruise, I'm not a huge fan of it. It does basically the same thing that other vehicles do without paying the premium, in the sense of not being too engaged for about 0.2 to 0.3 miles. But when you tick the box for that package, you do get a lot of add-ons. The power running boards, the heads-up display, the digital rear view mirror, the 6-function multi-pro tailgate. So it kind of blends in, but then you will have to pay a monthly subscription. Let's see that performance. She gets up to speed pretty good. The sound deadening is really good. It's a quiet vehicle inside. We have 22-inch wheels, and it doesn't alter the ride that much either in the sense of comfort. Plenty of room, and when they did the refresh in the interior back in 22, it made it look a lot more rich and gave us a little bit more storage inside. And that's going to take me to my pros and cons. Starting off with the pros, the infotainment screen is large enough. It's not like Ford where it becomes so big that it's like a big screen TV and it integrates into the dashboard. The heads-up display, 15 inches. You can see every single thing on there, in which you don't even have to look anywhere else. So it makes driving a lot more easy for a long journey or short commutes. Towing, one of the best in class. Interior, a lot of space for the front and the back. The seats are also larger for the butt area, so you can relax a little bit more so, even though it's still a bit firm. The cons, when they did the refresh integrating this infotainment screen, we still have a lot of buttons pretty much everywhere. I kind of wish they would have cleaned that up, maybe made it a little bit more seamless, because it just all over the place, both on the driver's side and the center. The driver focus setup, it's nice, but You really don't need that little wall there. Turn radius at more or less a stop point. It's about 3 lanes. You expect that. Another pro is you get the 6-function multi-pro tailgate, which no one has that. It makes it easier when you're loading anything into the bed. A con and a pro is the active fuel management, because it does deactivate 4 of your cylinders, in which will give you optimal fuel consumption, but it will lead me to the big problem in which they do fail and you cannot turn them off. Now, you can get an aftermarket kit to do so. I wouldn't recommend it. It's going to void your warranty. But the problem is, if it goes bad, you're going to have to replace the engine. And then the savings wasn't so much. That's why I would like at least a switch to turn it on and off. And when you're thinking about the competition, Toyota, they went hybrid. Ram, they're going turbocharged. So I like that we still have the option for a V8, even though you cannot deactivate the AFM. A smooth drive, great towing capabilities, updated technology. I dislike that we have the 2 antennas, but the reason why we have that is because certain areas you will not be able to get FM and AM. So that's why they option it that way with the shark fin antenna and the longer antenna. But going against competition, it's hard to say this is not one of the best trucks. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise, website, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like. And I'd like to thank GMC Brooksville for giving us this 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali for our car review.